Okay, so welcome to this first introductory session on Alma Analytics. Alma Analytics is, just for background information, is built on the Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, or OBIEE, and you'll hear me mentioning that as we go through the presentation. And Alma Analytics is really the tool to enable you to run reports on your library's activities. Now, you can run out-of-the-box reports that are provided for you by Ex Libris, or you can create your own reports from scratch. You can also share the reports that you create with other Alma users in your institution. You can also share your reports beyond your institution with other Alma customers. And the reports are really to help you to understand the activities that your library performs and help you to make informed decisions on how to run the library. So we'll learn about these activities in later training sessions. Let's just see the agenda for this session. It's an introductory session, and we'll be focusing on how to access analytics and how to become familiar with the environment. Now, the presentation is geared towards the topic of analytics, but it would be helpful if you've already viewed the Introduction to Alma session, the Alma concepts, and the navigation and searching sessions before this session. And as I said at the beginning, the session will focus on introducing the OBIEE environment and on showing you how to connect, how to navigate comfortably within that environment. So let's start by looking at some of the user roles that are required to be able to access analytics. So if you want to be able to create reports and run them and modify them in the environment, in the analytics environment, you need to have the design analytics role. And in addition, you need to have some kind of administrator role within Alma. So you might be a fulfillment administrator or an acquisitions administrator or a general administrator, and you'll be able to get into the analytics environment with those two user roles. Right, so let's just go into Alma, because this is the starting point for opening the analytics environment. So here I am in the Alma environment. So reporting in many ways can be done from Alma. Staff can run reports from the Alma interface, which will help them to perform their day-to-day tasks. And they don't generally need analytics reports to be able to do that. But in the situation where an analysis needs to be created, the environment, as I've said, is the Alma Analytics environment. And if you have the roles that I mentioned in the last slide, you'll see that you have a sub-menu under the administration menu called Analytics, and you will have this specific link called Design Analytics available to you. And clicking on this link will take you into the analytics environment. Okay, so you can see that I'm connected to Alma Analytics. And what happened was that a new browser session was opened for my analytics session, but I still have my Alma session running in a separate session. So the way that I signed in is closely linked to my Alma sign-in. You can see here under Alma Analytics that I'm signed in with the same user credentials as I signed in to Alma with. And if I now sign out from Analytics, I'm taken to a sign out page. I still have my Alma session running, and if I want to sign back into Analytics, I need once again to click on the Design Analytics link, and that will start my session in Analytics again. You can see I'm signed back in. Okay, so that's opening Analytics. Let's take a closer look now at the options that are available from the Analytics interface. Okay, so when I signed in to Analytics, I was taken to my dashboard, and this is a place where I can gather reports that I need to access all the time as soon as I go into the Analytics interface. I do have some options under my user credentials. By hovering over my sign-in account name, I can see that I have an option to go into my account, and this is where I can change some of my preferences. For example, the starting page, I can see here that my starting page is currently my dashboard. I might want to change that to be my home page. I can also change my geographical location. So I'm in the United Kingdom. My user interface, I'll leave that as English, and the time zone, which will determine how dates are displayed in the interface. Okay, I'm just going to cancel out of there. So if we look at some of the options in the tabs here, the first tab is the Home tab, and this is where I can quickly create a new analysis. I can also see which dashboards and which reports I've been recently looking at. So this is a good way of opening a report that I've been working on just from my home page. I can also see the reports and the dashboards that have been opened by other staff in my institution who have the Design Analytics role. So these are the most popular reports that are being looked at and run at the moment. If I want to create a new analysis from scratch, I can come into the new option here and choose the analysis link, which is the same as creating analysis from this link here. I can open reports in the same way as I open from the home page. You can see that the reports here are the same as the reports that I can see on my home page. But what I want to focus on actually is the catalog menu. This is where you'll spend most of your time when you're in Alma Analytics. And the first thing to point out is that I have a list of folders. And these folders contain all the reports that are available to me. So I have a folder called My Folders and a folder called Shared Folders. In My Folders, I will have all the reports that I'm either working on, that I want to keep private, or that I just want to work on for myself. And this area is something that you can customize. You can add new folders and so on. And I've just created three folders where I'm going to group my reports into subject areas. So I've got some fund reports, I've got a folder for fulfillment reports, and I've just got one report in there that you can see in the main screen. The shared folders, again, are subdivided into three. So the first folder is the Alma folder, and that is where you will find all the canned reports that I was referring to earlier that have been created by Ex Libris for all customers. So when I open up that folder, I can see that there are subfolders where the reports are grouped by subject area. So you can see I have a folder for all my fulfillment reports, and if I go down to reports here, I can see each report listed on the in the main pane. I've also got a folder for all my physical inventory reports, and by clicking I get the list of reports there. And the second folder under shared folders is the community folder, and this is where members of the Alma community, so other customers, can place reports that they feel other customers will be interested in. So you can see here that the community reports folder is divided into subfolders, and you can see that many institutions, many Alma customers have contributed reports to this shared area. So for example, Boston College, Sheffield University, York University, and so on. And these reports can be run by yourselves. They will be run on your data, because in this environment that we're in here, we're in the environment of your institution, so the data that's being reported on is your data. Lastly, the training and integration folder, this is actually your institution folder. When you look at this, the analytics environment in your own production system, you will see your institution name here instead of training and integration. So this is the folder in which you will place any reports that you've created from scratch that you want to share with other members of your institution. So you can see here that there are a number of reports that have been created for this training environment. So, looking more closely at some of the reports, if we just close here and have a look at some of the canned reports, what you can see and next to each report are a number of options. If I open or edit a particular report, that will actually run the report and give me my results. We'll look at that in a second. The More option allows me to do things like print the report or export it in various different formats. So if I want to run a report and see the results, I can either click on Open or Edit. So I'm clicking on Open, and the report results are presented to me. And what you can see here are a number of options, including those print options that I showed you just a moment ago, and the export options as well. So this is a canned report that's been created by Ex Libris. If I want to, I can actually edit this canned report and we'll see how to change the look and feel of a report, add information to a report, remove information, and filter in later sessions. But for now, I just want to point out that from a canned report, if I make any changes, I need to do a save as. I can't save a canned report and change that canned report, but I can save as, which I'm going to do now. And I can either save that report into my folder or into my institutions folder. And I'm just going to save that one into my fulfillment reports area. And I'm going to customize the name slightly so that I know that it's a report that I've changed and been working on. The last option I want to show you is the option to create a new report from scratch. I do that by coming into the New tab here and selecting Analysis. And what Analytics will offer me now is the subject areas for me to choose which subject I want to create a report on. So, for example, I might want to create a report on resource sharing borrowing requests. So I click on the subject area there, and Alma Analytics will open up a blank report for me to start adding information. So I hope that you have got some idea now of how to navigate within Analytics. Let's just go back to the presentation. You'll now be familiar with opening Analytics from within Alma and with navigating around the Alma Analytics environment. If you are interested in reading more, you can consult the Alma Analytics Guide. That's available on the Documentation Center, and it's also available as online help within the Alma environment. So that's the end of the session. I'd like to thank you for your attention.